great to watch the implementation of the program from the beginning, just from the ground up since day one, to watch the growth of the program, the impact we've had on the community, as well as how things have changed in the entire Georgia climate as a result of the program being here in Georgia.
I was involved with the initial partnership that IRC had with CVT that brought services here to Atlanta. And so, just really have enjoyed seeing that program, that office, those services expand here into the Atlanta area because they were so incredibly needed.
CVT has been a critical partner in the work of our organization. We work with asylum seekers and survivors of human trafficking, domestic abuse, and sexual assault. And CVT has worked hand in hand with us to address the needs of our clients, both emotionally and psychologically.
This is the first time that I work in an organization that is all-inclusive, that is understanding of people's culture, that they respect people's beliefs. So everything was a surprise for me, like how important it is to take into consideration how people feel about so many things, about gender, about their culture, about the way they approach medicine. That's something that was pretty much shocking for me at first.
As a primary care provider here in Clarkston, Georgia, we are very fortunate that CVT is located just right down the street from us. And so as a medical provider, we're able to refer patients to CVT for mental health counseling and other services. And so for us to find a partner like CVT has been a huge blessing to us because we've had trouble getting patients in to see psychologists or receive counseling services. And so it's been a huge blessing for us.
One of the things that we were struck by was how different the culture was from, say, Minnesota, and also how big a need there was for mental health services in Georgia. And I think one of the things that excited us too was just learning about the community. So the Clarkston community, where so many refugees live, was an area that was not so much on our radar, and so that was exciting to learn and to realize that was a place where we could have a more community focus.
Change that we see in clients over time, just how clients are able to heal and the resilience of clients. So from day one to like 6 months later, the change that happens in their well-being, their presentation.
The fact that we know that the services that CVT bring to the community are so critical. There's such a lack of mental health service, mental behavioral health services, broadly speaking, but when you add the additional cultural and linguistic barriers that often may preclude some of the clients that we serve for seeking some of those services, to have an organization that is sensitive to those needs is really important, and it's not found everywhere.
The most meaningful is to have a place where people feel comfortable to come to get the necessary care where they can't get it many places. Mental health and trauma care, just is very underserved in the United States in general, and refugees and immigrants are even more underserved when it comes to receiving some of these care. So being myself a former refugee and now a healthcare worker and being part of CVT is just it gives me a personal satisfaction, but also allow me to make a a greater impact on the community at a larger level.
I think one of the things I'm most proud of is introducing CVT's human rights work and policy work on behalf of refugees and immigrants to the Georgia community, and building those partnerships and that network around us. We're able to really contribute and fill a gap that had existed before we arrived 5 years ago.
Well, as an interpreter, of course, I'm the voice, the channel between client and CVT, and mostly during therapy sessions. And the most important thing to me that really touches my heart is to see a client when that person is slowly becoming themselves again, their voice start, to get louder, and you see a smile in their faces. It's priceless. This is like the most meaningful thing to me.
Being able to give back in the same way that I received from other people. Being able to contribute my little bit of understanding of what it is to be a survivor of violence. Trying to contribute that little angle, and learning and trying to teach other people also that when you are subjected to violence, to torture, you are a victim at that moment. But then when you come here and you start the healing process, you're no longer a victim, you're a survivor. And to me, that's very important, that people understand that when they contribute to CVT and they contribute to the healing of these individuals that we're helping, we are helping them regain their humanity, their dignity, their identity.
Well, and also, I think our clients are the reason why the program has been successful. Their trust in us. It takes courage to trust in an organization that you don't really know, and people you don't really know, and share their stories with us. And so I would also like to honor and celebrate our clients and acknowledge them, because they're the reason why the program has been successful for the past 5 years. The fact that they were able to come in and trust us with their healing and their stories, and believe in what we're able to provide to them.
Thank you for the work that you're doing here in Georgia. I have met the clinical leadership of CVT Georgia, and I am so impressed with what you're bringing into this community, your knowledge of the community and the empathy of that community. And certainly thank you for being just a very effective participant and advocate with so many for refugees and immigrants here in Georgia.
So congratulations, this is awesome. And CVT has been such a great asset, additional asset to the refugees and immigrant community in Atlanta, especially in Clarkston, where they are based. Also, CVT has been a vital part of our coalition of refugee serving agency, through which we advocate for refugee and immigrant issues with the state and also at national level. So that has been like really, really beneficial for CVT to be in the community with the advocacy effort, as well as very, very vital services in the community.
I hope for CVT Georgia that we will continue to make strides at the Georgia legislature. We are working now with something called the Global Talent Study Committee, which is an initiative of the big partnership. That's something we started, the Business and Immigration for Georgia Partnership, never existed before. And we have this alliance between business and refugee and immigrant groups to really create meaningful job opportunities and educational opportunities for Georgians who have come here from other countries.
I'd like to salute to appreciate all workers with CVT, all the staff, and to say I would like to be involved more with CVT. I feel this is a great help. Especially, I'm a new immigrant, so I feel them. I feel how much it's difficult to come to the United States, from a different world. So I really do appreciate everything they do.
It's amazing, I think I hope that we celebrate 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 years. That's the ultimate goal, and be able to provide the necessary care and resources for our people in the community, especially what we've been facing after this pandemic. And I think I just hope we could keep celebrating every anniversary and have more accomplished and make more impact on the community.
Well, all I wish is that CVT just becomes stronger and stronger, many more years to come, and that this work to be recognized by people who can help, invest, and really embrace the cause. That's my wish to CVT. Happy birthday, happy 5th anniversary, and many, many more to come.